Hello folks, welcome to Lester's Custom Truck Shop. Micah, this is your Micah LC995V200 custom built radio. There's your SX350. Okay, I haven't finished with the improvements on the inside of it, but there's your LC5304NX Special Edition just for this radio. Okay. And it has continuous tuning, 256 channels plus squelch can. And amp control, all from the front panel. Okay. More to come. Okay, got the shotkeys installed. Got those little green striped germaniums out of there. Okay, got the noise blanker and the two receiver pairs done. Upgraded your capacitors. Both of them are 3300 microfarad 25 volt now. This one's for the voltage regulator. This one's for the buffer. The buffer for the input power. There is your high amp diode right there. It's inside this inside the heat shrink here to protect it. Okay, done the RF upgrade. I think we're about done. I got to order another faceplate because I made some changes to the controls here in the front, so I'll have to order another face for it. But yeah, it's that's all I'm going to be waiting on. The radio is done. I'll wait till I get it all put back together and demonstrate it for you. But there it is. That custom programmed LC5304NX for this radio, including squelch can. So, okay, more to come. Okay, I got the B&K signal generator set up on channel 19. I don't want to get too close, it'll wash out the meter, but as you can see right now it's just a little bit above 9. I'm going to leave it like that. I'm going to switch to lower sideband and just be a little bit off frequency. Yep. There's lower sideband right there. There's AM. Okay. Alright, let me turn that off. The waiting on it to warm up now. I just got the covers on it and turned it back on. Thought I would show you some things while it's warming up. Squelch can is on this control right here. Okay. This radio uses an LC5304 Special Edition done up especially for this radio. Okay. There's your amp control. Okay, in the center, amplifier is off. To the left is just RF for the meter. Okay, now one other thing I need to show you, because I had to drill through the display board to mount the 3-digit display, the amp light and the CSF light is not going to work. I'm sorry, I hate that, but I've already got everything mounted. I'd have to tear it apart. I'm sure you're anxious to get this radio. Basically, I would have to replace the display board and do some creative wiring on the back there to get those two to work. But since it switches, you can pretty much tell what position the switch is in, so I didn't think the lights were that important. Okay, your CSF switch, that's your channel switch function, or channel selector function, whatever you want to call it. With it pushed in, your radio will jump 45 channels every time you click the channel selector. Okay? That is your highest channel. Touch up the clarifier a little bit. That is your lowest channel. Okay? Highest, lowest. So good coverage in this radio. Alright. Let me turn the CSF switch off. Now see, with it off, then it changes channels one at a time. Okay? The amp switch, with it slid all the way over that way, your SX350 is powered up and ready to go. Okay? So, you know, you can tell if the amp is in that position, if the switch is in that position, you know your amp is active. Okay? If you don't like that, you know, if it's a problem, then I'll order another display board and try to do things a little differently. But I figured you were anxious to get the radio since you've been waiting on it such a long time, so I'm going to go ahead and ship it to you like that. Okay, Micah got it all put together. Getting ready to hook a microphone up to it. Show you the output power. Thought I'd show you some of the features. Your amplifier switch is right here. Okay, all the way over, that just means your meter is showing RF from the radio. The center position turns the amp off, and all the way to the right is amp on. Okay. This switch right here is your CSF switch, or channel selector function. With that pushed in, your channel selector changes channels 45 at a time. Okay. Of course, you know all about echo and stuff. Squelch scan. Here we go. Turn the squelch up on the radio. Now, you know that since we've got the SX350 mounted down here, there's no room inside the cabinet for a speaker. Okay, so you're going to have to use an external speaker. But if you're like every other radio operator, you've probably already got an external speaker, because the speakers inside of radios sound crappy. Alright, so you squelch it to where you don't hear the background noise. Okay, and then okay, I forgot. Got to make sure this guy's out before it'll scan. Left, scan down. Center is off. Right is scan up. Okay? And when it hears a signal, it'll do that. Alright? Just remember, if the channel selector function switch is pushed in, your squelch scan doesn't work. Alright. Of course, talkback, noise blanker, all that stuff all work like it did before. The voice changer, echo, all that. None of that changed. The only thing that changed is the way that it determines frequencies. You now have squelch scan. And I showed you, let's see, or did I? No, I haven't showed you the top and bottom. Let me show you the top and bottom. Let's see. Alright, that's your highest channel right there. Okay, that's not the lowest. Hang on a second. Oops. There's your lowest channel. There's the highest channel. Okay. Lowest, highest. All right. Got quite a spread here. Okay. Back on channel 38. Let's put it on 19. On the AM, I'm on an internal antenna. I mean a dummy load. I need to stay on the dummy load to show you the output power. Hold on while I hook up the microphone. Okay, I'm using a regular old Euro CB microphone. Alright. We are on the bird. A dummy load. Going to a dummy load. Alright, I've got 100 watt slugs coupled together. The one on the left works the RMS meter or average meter. The one on the right is for the peak meter. Okay. Now on the peak meter, I've got the peak meter set for ×5. So we're going to be reading in this center scale right here. That's 500 watts, 400 watts, 300 watts, 200 watts. We should be somewhere right around 250, 275, somewhere in that area, right in there. Okay? And let's see. Audio 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Audio, hello. And we are. All right. Now I'm going to switch to sideband. Audio. Audio, hello. Hello, audio. Audio. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Just a little bit shy of 200 peak. But you could see it was knocking on a 100 watt RMS door. All right. I just turned it back on. It's warming up. After I put the covers on it. So it seems to move a little bit as it warms up, and it's cold right now. See how far up it'll go. It'll go up past another channel. See how far down it'll go. And it goes down past another channel. So you got about 12 up, 11 down, somewhere in there. Okay. So when it's cold, you see where I got the knob, but you're moving about 24 kcs on this knob, so that's not unusual. And after it warms up, your dial will come back closer to 12 o'clock. Okay? All right. I think that's about it. This is a very, very custom LC995V200. As the LC5304 Special Edition, programmed especially for this radio. Gives you squelch scan and all kind of channel capability. So when you get your ham ticket, you can go up into the ham bands. You'll be all set, ready to go. But until you get your ham ticket, do not transmit on 28 megahertz and above, okay? Don't transmit on ham channels, ham frequencies. Save that band for when you get your license, okay? All right. Micah, I sure hope you enjoy your new radio. It was my pleasure to build it for you. 73s, everybody.